Hey, I didn't realize how unengaged my living room felt until the first time I heard the Reserve R700's fill it, and honestly, that moment just sticks with you. This isn't for someone who's fine with average sound. It's for the kind of listener who feels when something is missing, who notices when music lacks body or when movie soundtracks feel flat and separated from the picture. You're the person who doesn't just watch content. You experience it. You've outgrown compromise, and you know quality when you hear it. Before going deeper, check the current price and stock. Premium speakers like this don't linger, and you don't want to come back later thinking I should've. You probably felt the need to upgrade long before this moment. Maybe it hit during a quiet scene where dialogue felt buried. Or that bass drop in a song that should have hit you and didn't. That's the point where you realize your gear isn't just enough, it's holding you back. You knew it was time. Once you bring the Reserve R700s into your space, the emotional shift is immediate. Sound doesn't just come out of the speakers, it expands around you. The 1-inch tweeter doesn't just produce highs, it reveals them, giving clarity to vocals and delicate details you didn't realize were missing. The combination of 6.5 inches woofers and dual 8 inches long throw drivers doesn't just add power, it gives weight and presence that make music and movies feel alive, layered, and three-dimensional. You listen to a track you know well, and suddenly there's nuance you've never noticed before. You watch an action scene and the explosions don't just sound loud, they impact. Dialogue stays anchored and crisp no matter how full the soundtrack becomes. Dolby Atmos isn't just a spec, it's a space you can hear, directionality and atmosphere that pull you into the scene instead of leaving sound stuck behind the screen. Imagine settling in for a movie night and feeling like the room itself is part of the story. Or gaming with sound cues that actually tell you where things are happening. Or listening to a favorite album and realizing the bass, mids, and highs are all distinct, balanced, and expressive, not muddled or flattened. And here's the thing, you expect big speakers to be loud. What surprises you is how controlled and refined this feels. You get depth without boominess and clarity without harshness. That's real design, not just raw output. Every time you consider something weaker, your memory of that immersive sound will pull you back toward what you already experienced. That's loss aversion, you already feel the difference, and settling for less won't satisfy you the way this does. You feel music with richness and nuance, you hear dialogue crystal clear every time you sense directional audio with true depth. Your movies become immersive, not just loud. You own a system that elevates every session. Yes, tower speakers like these are an investment. Yes, they're more than just good enough. But if you've ever sat through content and thought this deserves better sound, then you already know what quality feels like, and you don't want the regret of waiting. At some point, you stop comparing tiny spec differences and just choose what matches what you want. Deep down, you already know this is a step you'll look back on and be glad you took. If you're ready for sound that doesn't just play, but moves you, check the link and make the Reserve R700s yours before availability shifts.